What's up, miners? How's it going? So today it occurred to me that I've been doing something a little bit different that some of you guys might find some value in, and so I figured I'd just put a video together for those of you interested, and maybe you can do this with some of your setups. If you've seen my videos in the last couple weeks, you know that I've been talking about mining QUBIC, as well as a video about how to mine Aleo. Most GPU miners have caught wind of Aleo by now. I have a few setups that I had formerly built to do vast.ai work, or actually some of them are on Clore. There's a couple other services that I was using, and these particular setups, they had like a decently strong CPU. Like one that you at one point were mining Zephyr with quite profitably. Maybe I was mining Monero on these for a little while. Then QUBIC started, actually built some of these setups just to do QUBIC, and so they didn't really have on them, 8 GPUs and like a Celeron G3900 like in the ETH days. They're just like different kind of builds, more for AI. And so I've been repurposing them because I want to be able to utilize the CPU to mine QUBIC, but I don't want to mine QUBIC with the GPUs. I actually wanted to do Aleo for a little bit. And so in HiveOS, you actually can't run multiple miners like usually, right? You would do like an add miner and go about it that way, and or you could do dual coin, if it's like AleoMiner or something. But when you have a custom flight sheet, as far as I'm aware, you can't just do 2 custom flight sheets as a second coin in one flight sheet, right? Or I guess I should correct myself, a custom miner in the same flight sheet. So I'll show you what happens. So let's say you want to mine Aleo as on this same rig, and you just want to turn off the CPU and turn off the GPU. You would go like this. You would need to use your custom miner again. Now you cannot do that. Miners can't be duplicated in the same flight sheet, right? So that kind of breaks like the UI way of going about this. And so I figured a workaround there, and I want to show that to you guys because I am currently mining on this rig QUBIC with my CPU, and both of these GPUs are mining Aleo. And so I'm going to show you exactly how to do that right now. Alright, so the first thing that you're going to want to do on this rig setup is make sure that you have your QUBIC flight sheet running. I am mining QUBIC CPU only to APool right now. And so in the extra config arguments, to make sure that QUBIC doesn't also mine on your GPU, which we're about to set Aleo to do, you need to make sure you put this flag in the extra config, this --GPU -off, okay? And then that will allow QUBIC to mine on your CPU only, which should be exactly what is going on here right now. So let's just double check that real quick. Yep, there we go. So we are mining CPU only on QUBIC. Next order of business is going to be using the terminal to download and run Aleo. And so the way you're going to do this, and I'll leave these links in the video description, is you're going to get the AleoMiner. This is for doing this to F2Pool. You can do the same thing for ZK work, or I'm not sure what other pools are hosting QUBIC right now, but for mining to F2Pool, you're going to get this miner software into your rig by doing wget and pasting in the URL that we just copied from the docs, okay? And this will download the miner into the directory that you're in, this home user, okay? Okay, so now you should just make sure that it downloaded it by checking in the directory, this home user directory, and you can see that it's right there. So next, it's a zip file, so you need to unzip it. You can use tar-xzvf and then the file name to unzip it, and that should unzip your file. There you go. Now, you're going to want to go into that directory that you just unzipped, this AleoMiner, okay? And, good, okay, these are executable. You see how these are, like, green here? You would have to chmod to get those to do that if they're not already, but they seem to be, so that's great. We're gonna need to edit another thing here in order to get this to run. Really, it's just the command with the proper flags so that we can actually run the miner and start mining. And so make sure that you set your GPU overclocks for whatever you want them to be for Aleo, because we're about to run the miner right now. And so this right here is the miner, and in order to run that you need to do a bash command on there, I believe it's called. So ./AleoMiner. Okay, so you're first going to give the URL that you want, so that's going to be -u and then stratum plus SSL. You cannot use stratum TCP for these more recent miner versions. It just will not work. And the pool is the pool URL is Asia.f2pool.com, and you have to use this port 4420 with the SSL stratum or it will not connect. So let me just, yeah, that looks right. And then you're gonna do your worker name -w, your worker name, which is just your F2Pool account. I'm sorry, your F2Pool account name .worker name. So I'm going to do my F2Pool account name, which is AlphaMine, and then my worker name, which is going to be CPU Risen. Don't do the underscore. I don't know why, but it doesn't work. I usually would do underscore in the name, but it wasn't connecting, so I just ended up doing CPU Risen and then 03. And that's it. And hopefully this works. Now you run your miner. Bam! And there you go. That is how you mine in HiveOS, both QUBIC on the CPU and Aleo on the GPU. Then you're going to want to hop over to, here I'll show you, into just F2Pool and make sure everything's showing up, which at F2Pool it will happen pretty quickly. And so if you don't see your rig coming up poolside for F2Pool, you might want to look into stuff because it shows up quite fast. So just make sure that you're paying attention there and you look into things. Now, there you have it. Your GPU mining Aleo on this setup and CPU mining QUBIC. Just don't forget that you did this, because you will only see in HiveOS, and if you click into your miner, or you Hive shell into your miner, you'll only see what it knows it's running. You will have to go in and run a tail command to see this again, or you just leave it open. Just don't forget that you are also mining with your GPU down the road. Alright, there you have it, guys. Enjoy. Now, let's say you guys wanted to do this in Windows. It should be a little bit easier. Mining Aleo, you would just run your regular Aleo setup, right? So your bat file, and you would download that Windows version from the Google Drive, right? So you would download this Windows version. Then you would make your bat file like so. That's the same thing we just typed in, right? And then you would run Aleo, okay? And that would get your GPU mining. Alright, cool, good. Our GPU's mining. Now, same deal. It's really much easier in Windows. We would then go ahead and just run QUBIC. The only thing now is when we run our QUBIC miner, just make sure you're on v2.6.1 here if you're using APool. And you just want to make sure that you set your miner to only mine with the CPU and not also the GPU. That would be bad. So just make sure download this and then mine with only your CPU and not your GPU. Where are we here? 2.6.1. Okay, you're gonna click into 2.6.1 for QUBIC. There's a couple different bats here. We actually are just going to edit this start_CPU one because we are not running the GPU. This one's already set. It's got the turn the GPU flag off. The right pool. You need your account name from APool, right? We know where to get that from right up here, so we'll just copy that in. Okay, and paste it here. And now we're gonna save this. This should run our CPU mining QUBIC, and the GPU will be on Aleo and Windows. And here we go. Boom, connecting and mining with the CPU. And here is our GPU on Aleo. So pretty neat. Cool. And so now that you got that running, something you guys might want to take into consideration is this is actually just running with 16 threads. If this is like your daily driver of a PC, you may want to tweak this a little bit, right? Like you might not want to run on all 16 threads of your CPU. You can do 10. If you want to just take a look again, don't forget the GitHub for AleoMiner has these extra flags you can kind of edit things with a little bit. So just keep that in mind. Make sure you're not burning your guys' CPUs down. But if you want to put them to work while you're sleeping and not gaming or whatever it is, this is how you can do it. I would probably definitely recommend not mining on all 16 threads while you're actually like using your PC. Give it some space so you can just kind of do that like so, and then you would rerun it, and look, there you have your thread count. It's just showing that it has them, and then it will not use all of them this time. So pretty cool. Alright guys, that's it. Good luck and happy mining.